So I wanted to jump on because I got a comment about someone who was demotivated that they couldn't land their first client, even though they've been reaching out to loads of people, loads of businesses, and they landed one client, they got a testimonial, and they got paid very little from it. So that made them question whether copywriting was like a long-term play, like whether it was going to be around in the next 5-10 years, and should they actually start this and go all in on it. So I want to break down this comment, which is interesting, and give you a roadmap to landing your first client, right, and what it actually takes. I feel a lot of people are still, they think it's easy, and it's not their fault. Like videos on YouTube and stuff hype things up so much that it just becomes almost like, I almost think it tips the scales in terms of being gimmicky. I almost don't like when people are saying, you can earn 10K a month as a beginner copywriter with no experience. And do you know what? Like, a breath of fresh air for me is someone who comes on and says, look, here's how to make your first £500 copywriting. Here's how to make your first £1,000 copywriting. Because to me, if you can make £500 or £1,000 copywriting and get your first client, that is going to give you confidence straight out the gate. And once you have confidence, then things start to change. Right now, if you're just starting out, you may not have confidence, which is what this comment suggests as well. So this comment here, I'll read it to you. I spent the last few months outreaching and providing free value, but I have only managed to secure one client and got paid very little. I did manage to get a testimonial for him, but my question is copywriting a sustainable business in the long run? I mean, the amount of outreach and DMs you have to send, and most of the time you'll just get ignored. It's really quite demotivating, and I feel like I've reached a roadblock. Yeah, I get that. I feel that. The thing is, though, in this comment, there is many things we can break down. Starting out with the fact that feel like you're getting ignored. So to me, that suggests a few things. Number one, it could be the fact you are using the wrong outreach template or the wrong outreach message that isn't resonating with the person you're speaking to. There is some DM templates in my course, which I will leave links in the description below for anyone interested. But you want to keep it really simple. Now, I would recommend, as the digital media, social media thing grows, you should be reaching out on Instagram direct messenger for clients. I think that's the best way and the fastest way to start conversations with a lot of people, and a lot of people who can potentially be copywriting clients for you. The thing is, though, when people are reaching out, a lot of the time they're sending messages that are directly pitching people. They're not just wanting to start genuine conversations. And I know for me, if I get a message in my inbox, it just feels like a direct pitch straight away. It doesn't get read, I ignore it because I've got too much going on. I don't want to be dealing with a sales pitch in my inbox right this moment. And that's probably what most people feel like. You've got to remember that people do business with people. People want to do business with humans who are actual humans, not robots in it just to make a quick bit of money. You can make a lot of money copywriting. You can make 5-6 figures copywriting, whatever you want to make, you can make it. You shouldn't focus on that. You should focus on providing the most value possible for a client. And as a byproduct, you will get the amount of money that you want, hands down. But most people think they're doing that, but they're not. They're still doing it for selfish reasons. And it comes across in these messages as they're trying to pitch to people. And it comes across as desperate. And no one wants to do business with a desperate person, because desperate then breeds a loss of confidence. And if someone doesn't have confidence in you, why would they hire you? Because essentially you're being hired as a copywriter because you say you can make a company more money. Through your copywriting, you're going to increase leads, opt-ins, you're going to help with conversions, make more sales, create more customers, create more revenue, create more profit. That's it at the end of the day. As a person hiring a copywriter, they want to know you can do that with a guarantee. So this is where it gets a little bit harder when you're a beginner, because you don't have a track record. You are essentially saying, look, I can do this for you. I've been studying copywriting for this long. I believe I can implement this and do this for your business. It's still a risk to take you on as a copywriter, even if you're doing stuff for free. That's what a lot of people don't understand also. Even free value, free things is still a risk to a business in terms of time, right? Because time could be spent elsewhere doing other things and generating money in other different ways. So you have to get quite clever with how you are reaching out to clients, but use Instagram DM as a way of just starting conversations. Don't try and pitch anyone in your first message or second message or anything like that. It's not the way you should do it. You should be outreaching to a lot of businesses, a lot of brands. Like this message said, this guy has been reaching out to, a lot of people for months, he said, and he's managed to get one client who's paid him very little. I don't know what very little is because there's no context. To me, it sounds like the offer is not what it should be. And the offer is, again, something that is really important and something that a lot of copywriters seem to miss out on. They sell the bridge. So if you imagine a bridge, straight line bridge, one side you've got your prospects or your customers, and the other side you've got your product or service, and in the middle is the bridge. So you're trying to take your prospects or customers across this bridge to buy your product or service, right? People are trying to sell this middle bit, this bridge, the copywriting, and you don't want to be selling the copywriting. You don't want to be selling email copywriting. Nobody's buying email copywriting. Nobody's waking up in the morning and saying, do you know what? I want to buy email copywriting. I want to hire an email copywriter. No, what they want to do is make more sales, generate more customers, grow their business. So you want to sell the outcome. You want to create an offer based on an outcome. So whether that could be something like you would help a business increase their revenue by a percentage or whatever it would be, increase opt-in rates, increase conversions on a landing page, whatever that is, and you can get specific about it, and you have some mechanism in place that allows you to do that over and over again, that is the thing that will sell, not the email copywriting, right? I know you're doing email copywriting, that's the how, but you want to sell the outcome, the vacation at the end of it, right? That's what people buy. And by doing that, you can charge a lot more for your services. So when people are saying like, oh, I don't know if I can make this much money in as a copywriter, I don't know if it's sustainable, that's all bullshit. Like, you can make more than enough money copywriting. You need to know how to position yourself, you need to know how to market yourself, and you need to know how to create a good offer that people actually want, right? You can do that. You shouldn't be struggling to get clients. And this person here said they managed to get a testimonial from a client. So this is interesting. When you have a testimonial and you start getting testimonials, you want to be using them as marketing firepower to get your next client. Because if you've got a testimonial off one person, this is like a mini little sales machine for you. This is basically saying, hey, look, this copywriter helped me do this. Maybe he can help you do the same thing. And the more and more case studies and testimonials you get, they act literally like little salespeople for you. Little people that stand there and say, yep, this is the guy you should go with. He knows his shit. Just hire him. And it means you don't have to have a guarantee. It means the sales process is easier. The sales process is almost done for you because you're just saying, look, I've helped all these people. If you get to a point where you've got a wall of testimonials, you can literally say, look, I've helped all these people. What makes you think I can't help you? Like, you can help you do the same as this. That's where you want to be. And you only accumulate that by getting your reps in. It's a volume game. I always say this. It's a volume game. The outreach, the skills and the time you put into learning copywriting and working with clients, it's all volume. So when this person is saying they're outreaching, they're giving away free value, they've only managed to get a client in the last few months, I would almost question, well, how many DMs have you sent? How much outreach have you done? What is your messaging like? Is it actually trying to just start a conversation? Are you trying to just engage with this person's content? Are you genuinely interested in this person's business or not? Are you just trying to use them as a client? Use them as a client, not show interest in their business and genuinely want to help them grow it. Because there's two very different mindsets there, and it will come across clear as day to the person you're trying to get as a client. And the thing is with this, you don't actually need many clients to hit this 10K a month goal. Let's say, for example, you're a beginner copywriter and you are charging £2,000 a month to write emails. That is not unrealistic. That's very realistic. It's very fair. You only need 5 clients at 2K a month, right? And let's just say you're writing 3 emails a week. That's 12 a month. So 12 times 5 is, I don't know why my maths is, that's 60. That's 60 emails a month in total for 10K a month, right? 10K a month is probably, I think I've said this on another video. How much time do you reckon that would take if you were a one-man band doing copywriting? I would probably say it's going to be about 90 minutes to an hour to 90 minutes of work per week per client. So you do the maths on that. That could be between about 5 and 8 hours work a week, maybe a little bit more. But you can play the numbers out like that and see, okay, if I want to hit this number in terms of income, how many hours is that going to look like? How much time am I going to have to put into this? Because you could start copywriting as a side gig, a side hustle, which is what I would completely recommend you do. I wouldn't jump ship from a 9-to-5 job and just go all in on copywriting. I would have a safety net so you can build this on the side for an hour a day. And then once your copywriting business starts ticking over, it's making more money or equals the same amount as your 9-to-5, jack that off and go all in on your copywriting, or just have your copywriting running and you can also have a lifestyle as well. For me, that's why I chose copywriting as my high value skill that I learned. in like a digital high value skill, because the leverage is amazing on it. You don't need a degree or anything like that to get into it. It's a very low barrier to entry for anyone. Well, not saying anyone. You have to have some interest in wanting to write. I mean, I'm not talking about poetry or English language or English literature or anything like that. I'm just talking genuinely, do you like communicating persuasively with the written word? If you do, copywriting is for you. If you don't, it might not be for you. But I'm guessing if you watched this far in this video, you're probably quite interested in it. So yeah, that was me breaking down that. I do believe that copywriting is going to be here for as long as humans are in existence, because at the end of the day, copywriting is communication and persuasion through the written word. And as long as humans are around, the way we communicate is not going to change at the core of it. It might change a little bit in terms of with AI, but then we just adapt as copywriters and we use AI to leverage what we're already doing. AI will not replace good copywriters. It won't replace copywriters at all, I don't think. It will amplify what they're already doing. And copywriters will maybe have to pivot a little bit, and they can use AI as a superpower to their copywriting. That's the way I see it. Now, if you want any more help with getting started with copywriting, there are links in the description below to join my free copy club and my 0 to paid course. Go check them out if you're interested. Any comments, drop them below and I'll get back to you with either a response or a video.